Hello, artists, musicians, singers, songwriters. I'm so glad you're here with me. Today, I want to call you out. I've got about 5 things that I've noticed artists do that's kind of scream, I'm an amateur. I'm not really taking myself seriously. And I hope you'll take this with my love and compassion for you and actual empathy because I've been where you are. I know what this feels like to try and sift through the music industry. But there's 5 things that if you will just kind of hone in on these things, I think they'll really help you take yourself more seriously and tell the world that you're taking yourself more seriously. My name is Becky. In case you didn't know, this is the Empowered Indie Artists YouTube channel and podcast. And I'm sorry for my voice. I'm just getting over COVID. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for being here. In the description box below, there's a link to the Artist Branding Workbook that I hope you'll take advantage of. I hope you'll grab it. It's totally free, but it's one of those things that can really give you monumental progress in overcoming some of these very obstacles I'm going to talk about. Okay, so 5 habits that make you look like an amateur. Habit number 1, no infrastructure in place. What I'm talking about here is things like your website or an email and an email or phone number collection infrastructure. So some kind of like MailChimp, or there's other services that can do it with the phone number. Anything that gives your fans, anybody who might be interested in learning more about you, a way to actually come into your world. Habit number 2, apologizing for everything being amateur. So if you're posting things, either full productions or pictures, or even just a live reel that you do, and you're having to apologize, then even if it's like not legitimately bad and you're apologizing, people we don't like that humble brag thing, so stop doing it. The other thing is, if you're apologizing, it kind of draws attention to what's weak about what you're posting. They may not have noticed it. And the other thing is that if you feel in your gut like, "Ugh, this is not quite good enough," don't post it, okay? If the song comes back and the production is not what you wanted and you're not happy with the mix, you feel like when you compare it to other productions, it's just not professional enough, or same thing with your photography from your photo shoot. If you're like, it's just not quite where I want it to be, don't post it, because you really only get that one chance to make the first impression, as I'm sure you've heard that saying. And so if people are seeing or hearing something from you that's kind of like, not too impressive, why would they come back and give you another chance? Most likely they won't. So stop apologizing. Don't do it. Don't post it if you feel like you need to apologize. Number 3 habit, not at a pro level with your vocals, your songs, productions. So if you are not posting because you feel like you have to apologize, that's great. But what if you post something and you didn't really notice that it was not professional, but you're not getting engagement? um, there's a chance that you may not really be able to hear yourself objectively. This is very, very common. I completely understand that. It's the same with all of us. So before you share productions, before you share photos, have a team of people that you trust that are professionals that can give you some feedback and tell you if, okay, yes, this is professional, it sounds great, or it looks great. And that way you can avoid posting stuff that is really not at the level you deserve and that you want. Number 4, old pictures that look like your mom took them in the backyard, even if they're not old. Just like, honey, let's go in the backyard and take some pictures of me. And like the lighting's not good. And I see that surprisingly a lot, where either it's a friend that thinks they're a photographer, or you're just trying to go cheap and so you have your husband take your pictures or whatever, or even if it's a professional photographer, but it's like it looks like a family picture or, your wedding shots, you've got to make sure that your pictures represent who you are as an artist. They're another opportunity to be really creative, but more importantly, it's got to reflect you as an artist, not you as the mom or, the uncle or whatever. It's got to be a reflection of you as an artist. Because remember, what you're saying to people is, I'm an artist. Come into my world. Come listen to my music. I've got so much to add to your life. And if the picture just looks like, the family photo album, what is going to compel them to research you further or to listen to your music? There's no reason. So make sure that your photography is real legit, that it's a reflection of who you are as an artist. Which leads us to number 5. No clear narrative about who you are and why people should care about you and your music. Now, this is why I love this branding workbook that is totally free. I hope you'll grab it. The link is in the description. This will help you fine tune your narrative. Now, in today's music industry, there is so much music being put out by independent artists just like you. And so what used to be the scenario was that it was really hard to release music as an independent artist. You really needed a record label or, some investors to help you break through and get on the radio or, manufacture CDs. Well, now it's so easy to put your music out there that it's so noisy. And what we really need is we need a reason to care. Like, what is it about this person that is, compelling me to hit the listen now button or go to their bio and read more about them? So if you have anything interesting about your story, something that makes you unique, which I know you do because we all do, make that part of your branding, make that part of the narrative. People want to care about the musicians that they follow. They don't, I mean, sometimes it's about the music and they might say, well, I really like their music, but I don't really care about them. I think those days are kind of going away. That's going to be more in the past. Today, people really want to be part of who you are. They want to know you, they want to understand you. So make sure that you've really fine tuned and refined that messaging so that people are drawn to you and not just your music, but you as an individual. All right, that's it for today. I hope that was helpful. If you feel called out, I'm so sorry. I honestly, all of this comes from my own experience as a young singer-songwriter, but also, it's stuff that I see on the regular, and I really am trying to help you who are just really trying to get started and you feel like you're kind of stuck in this. I'd say like the first 5 years of being a musician and artist are really the hardest because there's no clear path, there's no momentum, and you're really trying to lift the heaviest burden. So if you just take care of some of these really, really simple things, I promise you it's going to make a big difference. And in a couple of years, you're going to look back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that stuff. But look at how far I've come and look at how more professional I look and appear and sound. So I hope it's helpful, and I'll see you next time.